So my Prado doesn't start. I have a feeling that it is the starter motor, just doesn't turn over. And so I thought I'm gonna try giving this a go myself to try to fix. So it's interesting because it doesn't even click trying to turn over. About 4 or 5 years ago I replaced the starter motor, actually a mechanic did, for about $500 or $600, and now it's got issues again. So gonna try to replace this starter motor myself, or at least take it off and try to clean it up. Now I'm not 100% sure where it's located. This is a 2003 120 series Prado. I believe it's on the somewhere closer to the front left wheel. I think that's the easiest way to get access into it from. Actually, that looks like it right there. Alright, so I'm just jacking up the car, and I think it's going to be easier for me to remove this wheel in order to gain access to what I think is the starter motor right there. I wish I was more mechanical minded, but yeah, that looks like it. So we'll get this wheel off first. Not 100% sure I'm putting this in the right spot, but I'm putting it under the chassis frame. This 3,000 kilo car stand, ratchet style. I don't really know about these if I had full confidence in them, but at the very least it's something. Plus I'll have my jack here. Let's just release it a little. There we go. Let's get some tools out here. $39. Can't even remember buying this. Oh yeah, cash is. Yep, still works. Let's hit reverse. Oh yeah. Alright, that's the ticket. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, I think I'll be disconnecting the battery terminal first, and then I have to locate where. I think there's 2 studs or 2 bolts that hold this thing to the frame here. I'll have an investigation and then we'll see if we can do it. 10mm socket. I move the neutral off the battery. Cool. Alright, just having a closer look. Alright, I think this is something to do with the brake line. But behind here, okay, so I've got some electrical components to remove. There's this part. There's another plug below. From what I can tell, it's just the 2 cables. So now there's 2 bolts. I can see there's 1 bolt right there. Yeah, I think I can get to it. It's going to be a bit tough. And there's another one. It's kind of really hard to see. There's another one behind there. Yep, that's the one right there. So 1 and 2 bolts to get out. Alright, it's pretty tight. Let's see how we go. But I think if I get those bolts out, I should be able to, and just remove those cables, should be able to just extract it straight out. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. So first things first, I've got a number 13 socket to remove this top terminal. Okay, I've loosened it enough. Camera's probably not going to focus in on these darker areas, but I'm just removing that number 13mm nut. There's a little spring washer. we go, so that's that. Next I'll need to remove this little plug part. This little plug here, that's the part that you want to push out, and as you can see, it just comes out like that. Now I need to tackle that bolt and this other bolt that's really secreted deep in there. 14mm socket that will fit these bolts. There you go. Just very quickly, I was trying to use a normal ratchet socket to sort of break the tension that's on these bolts, but it proved too tight. So I've actually got, I got no idea where I got all these tools from. Got this breaker bar, sort of a medium length one. And anyway, so I managed to get in there and break the tension on that one and also up on the top one. So now I just have to have a way of just unscrewing it. So it actually worked quite fine. I was able to turn it. Oh, where are we? It's pretty tricky doing this with one hand. And so, yeah, nice. That's broken that tension. So basically I just need to get a socket set on there and start undoing it. I just remembered I got something, once again from Cashies, 10 bucks. And that was like an extra air ratchet set. I thought, I've got this thing. So, let's try this, getting in under that tight area, see how that works. Yep, she's coming, come on. Mind you, this is the easy one. Next one will be a mission, so wish me luck. Righto, let's go for that next one. Now I'm opting to go with this because it'll be taking 1,000 turns with the hand ratchet one. So if I can get this up to that last bolt, camera, it's very tight. There's some exhaust pipe here. There we go. Camera. Come on. No, it's too tight. So I'm going to try orienting my socket upright. Before I was trying to go downwards. There's just no room between. There's a big exhaust pipe here between that and the starter. So I'll orient my socket upways like that, and I think yep. Okay, excellent. It's loosened it enough for me to, I don't want to be doing that 1,000 times, to be able to get my air ratchet. Yep. Oh yeah. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Now, let's see if I can get this out. Ah yes. There we go. Hope you can see that. So I didn't have to remove anything else. Out it came. So just to give you a better idea, it was positioned in there. Sorry about the movement, can't help it, it's so tight. And this is it. So first things first, I'm going to open this up and investigate if the terminals are clean or what's going on with the terminals, just in this section, and I'll see if it just needs a clean, because it may still be alright, I don't know. Otherwise I'll be spending, I don't know, $70–80 for a new one. I think I saw them up on eBay, and putting a new one in. So first things first, let's try to clean this.
75 years later.
I didn't capture the next part on camera. I've just reinstalled the starter motor back, plugged everything the way it should go in. Actually only took about 3 minutes to reinstall. Once I know how it all goes in. All I did, just off camera unfortunately, but I pulled the solenoid apart, which is that part. It's got an actuator in it, so when power is applied to it, a solenoid magnetizes this actuating arm, and there's a sort of a pinion gear drive that actually obviously starts the motor, and it draws in this way. As soon as you apply power to the solenoid, actuator makes the whole pinion gears drive forward, engages. There's another power function there that starts to spin the armature and actually starts the gears turning to start your motor. When you take away the power, the actuator releases, magnet releases, it goes back, and the gears stop spinning as well. I pulled the armature apart and all the gears in there. That really wasn't too hard, and I actually just blew it all out with the air compressor. A lot of dust and things flew everywhere, so gave it a good clean just with air, compressed air. Couldn't really find anything else wrong with it, to be honest. Like, everything else looked good. It wasn't like corrosion or any condensation or anything like that in there. It just needed a good blow, like it was just all dust that had stopped the contacts from working. I actually tested this on the car battery, the 12-volt battery. It all seemed to spin fine, and so I thought, well, let's throw it back on. It seems to be working. No need to buy a new starter motor. So I whacked it back in and plugged in the negative on the battery terminal, and let's see. Okay, so turn it on. Good stuff. That's what we want. Car works. Obviously up until the next time the starter motor gets all dirty and whatnot, but hey, it worked. That's what I wanted. And hey, saved myself, I don't know, $500–600 from getting a mechanic to do it for me. So anyway, that's replacing the starter motor on a 2003 120 series Prado. A little bit tricky to get to those two studs, but if I had to replace the starter motor again, I know I could do it quite easily now. Got confidence. I haven't done this before. However, gave it a go, tackled it, and you know what? It wasn't as bad as what I thought. Okay. Hope that helps any one of you out there that wants to give it a go and you got this trouble with this series of car. Thank you for watching.